It's Mohamed Light and Faust.
Getting into our very first elimination match here at 2023 World Finals. The end of this best of three. One of these two will walk away with a $20,000 check and a visitor's pass for the next 2 days.
That is brutal. We see Mo Light starting off once again in this match with the Tombstone first and the Baby Dragon, so maybe a repeat of his first best of three, starting with Splash Art potential.
And maybe not happy with the way that it fared earlier and maybe hoping to get some better nados in.
Baby Dragon being used with the Tornado there to deal with the minions. We see a Knight in the back. Giant at the bridge.
Giant.
So Giant Graveard versus Splash Art here, Andrew.
And how do you feel about that matchup, Juice?
Honestly, it's fairly even. A lot of these Graveard mirror matchups have to really come down to good Graveard RNG. But I will say, I do believe it is in Mohamed Light's court here, as he does have the poison.
All right, Mohamed Light does have the poison. We'll see how much that helps out through the rest of this. And Mo gets a Guardian on tower early on. Got to be very happy about that. And he just keeps the pressure up the bridge, hoping to get the Knight in front of the Little Prince. Doesn't work out, but may not matter as Faust only has 4 elixir and goes, I think I need to reset and make a big push here. Mo Light out early.
Wow, I mean, this is fascinating. Very rarely do we see a tower drop in the first 90 seconds, and that's just going back to the Mohamed Light effect. You can't help but think against someone else, Faust maybe could have played a little bit better.
Yeah, and I mean, that effect is incredibly real. You add in the fact that you're on a live stage, why not add in the fact that it's World Finals, and that nervousness has to be exponential. And what a beautiful pull with that Tombstone to get that tank out of play.
Yeah, if you guys didn't understand what Andrew said, basically with Graveard, you want to always have a tank for those skeletons so they can build up and swarm. But Mo Light, predicting the Graveard, plays the Tombstone on his opponent's side of the map to kite that Knight backwards and allow for the Graveard to be defended very easily.
That's also the Mo Light effect, just playing out of your mind. That was beautiful stuff. And right now, it does feel like game number 1 is almost sewn up. 40 seconds remaining. Mohamed Light has a lot to defend and not a lot of damage on his tower. And we'll see if Faust can make a miracle happen in this set, as it feels like game 1 is already sewn up.
I love that Little Prince ability. It's almost acting like a second Barbarian Barrel as it wipes all the skeletons throughout the entire Graveyard.
And Little Prince here to defend the double Baby Dragon push. That ability, just like you're talking about, it feels like the next 10 seconds of Faust game number 1 is going to be spent defending as Mohamed Light comes out strong in game number 1.
The other thing I have to talk about here is the deck choice by Faust. I mean, Giant Graveard is not what you want to do versus Mohamed Light. I guess his idea was...
And a moment of pause here for Faust to set his deck.
Good luck out from Mo. Goblins at the bridge. Law gonna deal with that. Faust using the Evo Archers here. I really like this decision. He needs to use the best Evo to get a chance to get back into this best of 3.
Have we seen Evo'd Firecracker yet today?
Don't quote me on it, but I don't believe so.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of Evo recruits, Barbs, Archers, even Skeletons, but not Firecracker. Let's see what Mo can do with this Evo Firecracker right here, right now.
So Faust looking to come back here, and he's got a very small damage lead early on. It's going to be Hog, Firecracker, Mighty Miner top of your screen. And you were just talking about Miner Poison Control. There's Mighty Miner coming out.
Yeah, dual Mighty Miner. So the champ of choice to activate that 3-card cycle. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite decks from Mo, because that champion's gonna allow for many Evo Firecrackers this match.
And that Firecracker picked off, sniped, if you will, by Faust Miner. Regular Miner, that is.
Goblins here should clean up everything. Evo Archers at the bridge, though, deals with the Goblins quite quickly. Mo Light a bit low in Elixir. Ice Spirit is going to pull that back, and a Great Log is going to be a solid defense. That's why he's the GOAT.
And that's as good as it gets. Faust decides to take some good damage there, you know, doesn't activate the ability. I like that as well. If you look at where the Elixir's at, he's got a slight lead. Would have given him more damage. Maybe he might want that down the road.
Wall breakers at the bridge. What does Mo have in cycle for this? He doesn't have Log, he doesn't have Goblin, so he decides to go for the Tesla. I also like the placement of the Tesla here. It allows, or it makes it so Faust can't go for the miner right away. He's have to delay it here.
Yep, and there you go, Juice. He does set it up as soon as that Tesla falls off the board. And you got to look again, this elixir advantage that Faust has. The problem is when you have great elixir advantages with miner poison control, you can't really build a big beat-down push, Juice.
Absolutely. Mighty Miner on the board for both players. Faust having to deal with this Evo Firecracker is going to hit tower. It is.
Wow, and look at that. That's a nice little bit of damage there for Mohamed Light, down to 23-32. Faust still in the lead. Evo Firecracker still on the board, gets the King Tower activation, gets a shot on the right tower, gets a shot on the left tower, and now another Firecracker in from Mo with the Hog in front. That is very aggressive, but that is his way to go. Mighty Miner not played in the right spot either, Juice, because of that Firecracker.
Yeah, and this is why Mohamed Light is considered to be the best Hog Earthquake player in the game. He does such a good job of having dual lane pressure, but always making use of those Firecracker and getting so much value from them every time.
Perfect pickup there by Mo, perfect defense by Mo, and that's usually the story that goes. 944 to just above 1,800, and Faust back up against the wall as we are about to get into overtime.
You guys might be wondering, why in the world did Mohamed Light play that Hog Rider in the back? What this allows him to do is it allows him to cycle back to another Hog Rider when Faust doesn't have his bomb tower down. And that's with the help of the 3-card cycle, but because it was in the back and the Hog Rider is going to connect, and that's going to be tower down. GG's.
And Mohamed Light does Mohamed Light things and stays alive in the lower bracket, and we must bid a farewell and adieu to our good friend Faust, whose World Finals run comes to an end here. $20,000 though,